folks, welcome to Time to Talk with Ross McCarthy. It was great having Ross in to chat a little while ago on Time to Talk, and he's actually going to be the last podcast for 2020. So it was wonderful just chewing the fat with Ross, having a good chat about all things, not necessarily to do with dogs. We didn't talk that much about dogs as usual, rather we just had a good banter and a laugh and talked about whatever popped into our head, but there was some dog talk in there too. So get yourself a cup of tea and enjoy the last recorded podcast of 2020, and stay safe. Have a fabulous Christmas and a wonderful New Year, and here's hoping that 2021 brings us something really, really special. Stay safe, take care, bye-bye. Hi Ross, welcome back to Time to Talk. It's so cool to have you back on. It's great.
Hi, thanks for having me.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, really. Yeah, it's all a bit strange again, isn't it? Still back in lockdown, but
I know. So you're about, well, when do you come out of it? Is it the beginning of December?
Well, it's supposed to be the 3rd of December, but there's talk, on the news and stuff. It's likely that that's not going to happen.
Oh, really? Oh, God. So we, in Lanarkshire, we go into tier 4 on Friday, tomorrow. So Friday the 20th, that's tomorrow, isn't it? So tomorrow for us, we go into tier 4. And in Scotland, we've got all different tiers, depending on whereabouts in the country you are, which I think is a really good idea, because it means that the people in the Highlands who are got really low COVID rates aren't having to put up with the stuff that we're doing in Glasgow, because we've got really high rates. I think it's a really good way of doing it. But yeah, Friday we go in, all done.
What is tier 4? Is that like the highest level of stay at home, do not leave unless you need groceries?
That's the one. But I mean, we've been on restriction for months. I think it's been about 7 weeks. We haven't been allowed in each other's houses. We haven't been allowed to travel outside of our area. So yeah.
No, we were quite free actually up until, aside from, restaurants and pubs were open, and you obviously have to wear a mask when you're not seated and things like that.
Huh.
But actually that was completely fine. But no, now everything's shut again. But to be honest with you, the first lockdown was proper lockdown, but here at the moment, it really doesn't seem to be any different. You wouldn't know we were in lockdown.
I've heard and I've seen stuff on the news where you can't really tell that you're in lockdown in England.
I've been to, I went to Battersea Park and Hyde Park last weekend just to meet clients and stuff. And it's like a festival. It's so busy, there's people everywhere. Really? Mm-hmm. The roads are a little bit quieter to get everywhere, but aside from, when you get there, yeah, manic.
Wow, that's unbelievable, isn't it? I think Scotland will lock down. I think we will. They'll be probably patrolling and giving out fines left, right, and centre.
Yeah, well, we've got people now wandering around Ealing with giving people advice to stay apart and wear a mask and all the rest of it. But that's pointless, because we know that anyway, don't we? It's all over the news. We know what we're supposed to do.
It's really difficult because, people are complaining that we're getting put in the lockdown, but they should be really complaining about the people who are spreading it, rather than people who are trying to keep everyone safe.
Yeah, it's very difficult, isn't it? But it's the same always, isn't it? It's always the minority that affect it for the majority.
Yeah. So how did you find teaching? Because we've both been teaching. We both had our courses, were workshops since the last time we chatted, and we were both in masks and stuff. How did you find it? How did you find your workshop?
Well, it's all a bit strange, isn't it, to be honest? So basically we had to use a new venue. So it's a really nice venue in Buckinghamshire. But we had to use a new venue because the conference centre was closed. It's not open because it's the one that we normally use. So found this new venue, and of course social distancing, everybody was on their own table. So they all sat on their own table. We wore masks when we arrived and when we wandered around and things like that. But of course a lot of it involves group work, so people got too close to each other doing group work. At lunchtime people were closer together, and it's just really very difficult. People forget, don't get carried away, and it's all, the courses were great, thoroughly enjoyed them, but it again, it's just a little bit weird, isn't it, when people arrive with masks and you can't recognise them?
Hello, who are you?
Yeah, it'd be like, guess who?
I know it's where we start needing my name's written across my masks, don't we, instead of having name badges.
I like those masks. I don't know if you've seen them, where people have the bottom half of their face printed on them, so you just look exactly the same.
No, I haven't seen them.
Yeah, it's really cool. I don't know where you get them from. I suppose you can get them done online or whatever. But yeah, you just wear them. It's got like the end of your nose and your lips.
And it's your mouth. It's your face.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So obviously, but just when you talk, it doesn't move.
Ventriloquist dummy, huh?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, they're quite cool, aren't they?
I haven't seen them. I've seen the ones where they're clear here, you know, for the people for lip reading and stuff. But,
Yeah.
and I find those really, I find those really disconcerting. They're just, there's something about them that just make me go, oh, I don't like those very much at all.
I don't like the ones that come under your eye, you know, come under your eyes and cover your nose and your mouth, the clear ones. They look.
I've got this thing I sent off it on the internet. It's quite good, actually. It's like a cage that you put over your mouth. It's like a muzzle, actually. It just goes there and there like a little muzzle. And then you put a mask on top of it. And
that
keeps it from, like, you feeling as if you're getting suffocated. It's really good, actually. It was only £6 or something.
No, it's good. They can be. I mean, I wear a mask when I go shopping, or, you know, when I have been to restaurants or whatever, but not for long. But if you have to wear it for a long period of time, they're very uncomfortable, aren't they?
I found teaching in it really odd. So, I mean, you know what I'm like when I teach. I'm up and I'm moving around, and I found it's okay if you're just talking normally in it for a short period of time, but when you're talking and you're getting really expressive, when you're teaching, get really expressive. I found that I was like in between, like litanies, do you know what I mean? So I'd be going blah, 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 blah. And I did find it quite challenging, and in the end I did pretty much all my teaching sitting down.
Yeah.
And then I didn't have to wear my mask, but it was a bit odd.
No, it's very restrictive, and it stops the level of communication as well, doesn't it? It's weird someone talking to you through a mask. You can't like their facial inflections and things, can you? You're not the same.
No, you can't read their faces. It's really difficult. And like when you meet somebody and you smile, and you kind of have to do this big exaggerated smile like this so they can see it behind your mask.
I know. All these wrinkles around your eyes. That's how
like
tell you're smiling, aren't they?
Yeah, it's like, show me a smile.
I know, it's weird. Makes you laugh, doesn't it? I mean, I just think when you see people queuing to go in the bank with all these masks on, I mean, you wouldn't, like, you know what I mean? Like a year ago, you wouldn't think you'd be like, call the police, wouldn't you? Do you know what I mean? Just queuing. It's
like going in the petrol station. It's everywhere is always, don't have your face covered, don't wear glasses, don't wear helmet. Yeah. And now it's like, don't come in, your face isn't covered.
Yeah.
The opposite.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing how quickly like things can change like that, like a whole cultural shift.
I know. And just seeing the little ones with their masks on is so bizarre, and making a point of every time I see a kid now and I'm wearing a mask, I give them a wave, whereas before I just used to ignore them. Now it's like, hiya,
Well, that's the stuff of nightmares, isn't it?
Well, having a blonde Geordie wearing a mask, waving at you, going,
yeah, like, God, man, who's that woman?
Who is
that? Away.
So, and your online consults?
Yeah, well, we're allowed to work still, so I've been working.
Really?
Yeah, so I had a busy week last week, going to people's homes. But I haven't done anything this week other than Zooms. I'm trying to sort of vary stagger it a little bit, minimise risk or whatever. So, I've done a few Zoom clients. I quite like them. They tend to work quite well. I've done a couple of Zooms and then met them in the park afterwards. So we're all outside and things like that. So that works quite well.
How have you found going into people's houses?
I find it fine. You don't very often get offered a drink, so don't have a drink or anything. So I take a flask or a bottle of water or whatever in the car. But yeah, it's fine. I I think a lot of people are doing, I mean, a lot of what they want to do, aren't they, anyway, rather than...
And how are you finding the dogs are reacting to you when you go in with your mask on?
I don't go in with the mask on.
Sorry?
I don't go in with the mask on.
Do you not?
No, no, the thing is, I mean, to be honest, I've had some really tricky dogs lately, and, you know, it's bad enough when you go in without your mum, not going in with the mask, and that just makes them even worse. So, no, I haven't.
No.
No, although a lot of dogs don't. I mean, I guess they're getting used to it now. Seeing people, my dogs have been completely fine with people with masks on and things. Haven't, no different at all.
It's not the mask, is it? It's the way they panic when they see you
Mm.
and the shuffle sideways. But I think we've settled down into a new norm, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. Funny how you get used to it, isn't it? Like all this terminology that we've learned. Like I've never heard like before March of self-isolate. You know, all of these lockdown. I've never even heard of a lockdown. Didn't know you could do such a thing. Yeah.
Fire breaks.
Social distancing. I mean, it's just, yeah, a whole new language that we've learned, isn't it? And
it's been here over a year now. I think it was 2 days ago. I think it was the 17th was when the world first heard about COVID, 17th of November.
Wow.
I know, it's scary, isn't it?
I thought it was all around sort of March time, but...
That's when we went into lockdown. I think they became aware of it in China on the 17th of November. And then there was the thing about the doctor. Do you remember where he did the video and they were dragging him out and he was saying, you need to tell the world about this, and he was being silenced. That was the beginning of December.
Was it really? God, that took a long time, didn't it, to kick in any kind of government control?
Yeah, because I mean they were poo-pooing it, weren't they? And they were making a joke about it, doing the whole elbow thing. Do you remember the elbow thing? And
yeah,
it was just a big joke, wasn't it, to start off with? And then all of a sudden it wasn't a joke anymore.
No, it's weird. I mean, I remember I've got really clear memories of Crufts this year because that was like the last
yes
could go to, and yeah, we were all washing our hands and stuff because that's when they just said, you know, wash your hands and don't hug people and things like that. And then it wasn't long after we came back that we went into lockdown, was it?
Yeah, I mean we went. What was it? Something like the 15th of March or the 13th of March we went into lockdown.
Yeah, so that would be probably a week after we came back.
Yeah, and I see it's been moved, hasn't it, to July?
Yeah, this year. Yeah, so next year.
Next year.
Yeah.
Because I just don't know, because there's been no breed shows or anything, has there? So I don't know what they're going to do, but hopefully they'll be able to do breed shows at the beginning end of the year.
Yeah, I mean, there are obviously some dogs are qualified for Crufts for life, aren't they? But yeah, there have been no breed shows and everything. As far as I mean, the Kennel Club is still closed; they're not doing anything. So don't know quite what they'll do, and I don't know who will want to go or whether, you know, a lot of the companies, I guess, will have struggled through the COVID crisis, and whether they'll be present there or, you know, financially able to pay for it and stuff like that. Don't know, do you?
No, I mean it might be the Kickstarter that they need though, if you know, if they haven't been busy over the winter and because of COVID, and then starts picking up. I mean, hopefully July, you know, with the vaccine and everything. So I've got the light mask. Hopefully, July with the vaccine and everything, things will be a bit easier. Hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully, if we get, might be getting back to some kind of, old normal.
I was going to say, or another new norm, new.
Yeah.
So would you go, will you go, like the CIDBT go, if it's in July, do you think?
Yeah, I should think so. Just just to see some people.
We're planning on going with the APGI have asked, the Credit Pick Under Constructors have asked if we could go.
Oh wow, that's cool.
It'd be amazing, wouldn't it? It's train for life.
Have a stand. Oh, that'd be brilliant. You should get space this year, shouldn't you? Because people will be cancelling.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be amazing. It's a good show, isn't it? It's nice. It's like, you know, really nice. It's
lovely, and I mean, it's a really good way because working in the dog industry, that like our profession is really isolating, isn't it? Self-isolating, all that. But outside of COVID, outside of like the current times, it's quite an isolated profession, isn't it? And you quite I mean, we're really lucky. We teach together, and we were study buddies doing my masters, and we've always bounced things off each other, and we've always had that luxury, if you like, just to pick the phone up and talk to each other. Whereas a lot of people in the dog industry, it's so either so competitive, or people just feel so isolated.
Yeah, I think so. But I mean, I like Crufts because it's you know, an opportunity like once a year just to see loads of people, not even like from sort of the organisations that we're part of and stuff like that, and also a whole load of other people from the dog world that you kind of forget even exist until you get to Crufts, and then you see people like just, you know, once a year and have a good catch up, which is really nice. And I don't think you'd have the same experience if we didn't have the stand. Do you know what I mean? Like being on the stand and like somewhere to be, and you're there kind of all day, every day. So it wouldn't be the same if you just went for a day, would it? And wandered around, you wouldn't see the people.
It's not, because the last time I went, I just I think I was on crutches at the time, and it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same just kind of bouncing around and seeing everybody than being on the stand. You haven't. I mean, I was lucky because you guys let me put my stuff there, and but it's not the same.
No.
There's no sense of belonging. You know, you're just you're not even a house guest. You're just there for a couple of minutes, rather than being part of it, part of the melee.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're just a member of the public wandering around the show, aren't you? Whereas when you're there, you feel like part of, with all the other stuff. Yeah, because you make friends. It's like over like a couple of days, because the people on the stands next to you and all the rest of it, they're there at 7 o'clock in the morning as well. So you end up chatting, and it's completely, cool experience, isn't it?
It is, it's great. So yeah, hopefully in July as well with all of the instructors, because we'll be the current group will be accredited by then. They'll get accredited, so it'll be a stand full of accredited instructors and me, I'm not accredited, so you know.
I guess you could accredit yourself, couldn't you?
Yeah, I'll get Richard to accredit me.
Yeah,
I couldn't have it then, because I've got loads of homework to do.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, no, I'm not sure you need
no,
to.
It's not.
No.
I know. So, are you still doing your UK dog sport?
No, I haven't done anything with my dogs. Pretty much. We've had a few since the first lockdown. We've had a few meetings where, you know, a group of us get together, and I've done a bit of training. So I've done some dog sport stuff like the tunnel and the A-frame and search bear and all of the rest of it. But I'm not training my dogs on a regular basis at all. I think, because there's nobody else is, and I haven't got the oomph to go and do it myself on my own. And of course, there's no competitions coming up, is there? There's nothing to get ready for. So no, the poor dogs don't get much done. What are you doing? Because you were going to start doing it, weren't you?
Say that again.
What, you were going to start doing dog sport as well?
Oh God, that was hysterical. I went across. I mean, it's a long way for me, and I don't drive that distance now. But we went across. Kenny's amazing as always. He come through with me and just sat in the car while I went off and played with the dog. And I took Dante, and it was good. It was almost like circuit training. So there was a circuit doing the search square, and there was another circuit doing the tunnel and the little jump, and then there was another one doing. We didn't have the A-frame. Doing the send away and the retrieve, and it was so funny because I didn't think of coming up with new commands for my dogs. I just used my gun dog training commands, and so in the search square I sent Dante in and said find it, and he put his nose down, and he was literally on top of this little Actimel bottle, you know. He put his nose down and went pheasant, vroom, straight up the field. He was gone.
Yeah. No, I know it's quite difficult when you do different disciplines, isn't it? You have to keep thinking up different commands.
Yeah.
The dogs are quite amazing though, aren't they? Because despite us being completely inconsistent and using the wrong words and all the rest of it, it's amazing how they learn the nuances of our body language or whatever, or learn to understand our muddled communication, really.
Yeah, energy and body language and weight distribution, it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I've only done it once because we haven't, after that, she only does it monthly, and we haven't been able to travel outside of our boroughs, out of our shires.
No. It's all a bit Remnant, really. Not allowed.
So that one in the bud pretty shortish.
Exactly, I know. It's yeah, there's an end. Yeah, the trouble is you can't do it over Zoom, can you? Do you know what I mean? You can't do a tunnel over Zoom.
No, you can't. It is really interesting, and I don't know whether to do another online challenge or not, but it's just such hard work getting it
What is that? What do you
organised.
mean, an online challenge?
We did online challenges through the summer. Corinna Hansford started it with Active Canine. She did a big gun dog online challenge where you went out and you trained your dog and videoed it and put it in. And then we did the pet gun dog challenge, and there was me and then 3 instructors, Richard, Christine and Neil, and we were the judges, and we set challenges for everybody. They had to go out and they had to do certain retrieves, video them, put them on the group, and we marked them, judged them, and then sent them presents.
Oh, did you? That's nice.
It was really good. We had leads and there was retrieving roles and books and stuff.
That's a nice thing to do, isn't it? But again, it takes quite a lot of organising, doesn't it, and effort.
It takes a lot of organising, a lot of effort, and yeah. So I just think, oh God, it's you have to you're on it for 24 hours a day for about a week. You're just constantly getting binged all the time. So, but it was international. You had people everywhere joining in. It was good fun. But I don't know if I'd want to do it again. So how are you going to get motivated to train again then?
To be honest with you, I don't know. To be honest, I think because as you know, I've done working trials before, and I'm not doing that again. I've had enough of that. I mean, I enjoy it. I love competing. I love going to various competitions and stuff, but I'm not going to keep throwing dogs over a 6-foot scale.
Yeah.
So I'm just, and I have big dogs, don't I? They're too heavy to be doing that really. So, so yeah, I don't know whether to look to do something else really. I don't, a different kind of sport to, yeah, just do something different really, like IGP maybe, or I've always wanted to get into competitive obedience again.
You do?
Yeah, so I might have a look at that. Maybe when I get a puppy or something, start doing something different disciplines.
It's tricky, isn't it? Because I really enjoyed doing competitive obedience, and I did it again when I moved to Scotland with Spud and Dante, but I was so worried about going over Spud. He was, and I did end up over him, but there's a breakaway, isn't there? The British obedience. I'm trying to think what they called themselves. There's a breakaway from
BCOS.
Is that what it is?
Is that what you mean? British Competitive Obedience Society, isn't it?
It might be, because the obedience, a lot of the obedience with the kennel club, for me, they're looking to get the heads too upright. They're really looking to get the dogs back on the hind end, prancing out with their front legs, head pretty much straight up and down. And my background makes me go, I can't do that to my dog. I can't do it. It's in a natural position, in relation to the neck, the shoulders, the rib cage, everything about it just makes me go, God, I can't put my dog through that. Whereas when I did competitive obedience with Noel in New Zealand, it was more of a wrap, so the dogs were close to you and the head kind of just wrapped around you like that slightly, rather than being straight up looking up at you. So they'd be moving, but they'd be more like that rather than like all the way up, which I think is really detrimental to the dog's anatomy.
I mean, that's the one good thing about working trials, is that the obedience is fairly loose. There's like a natural style of obedience. So
Yeah.
by your side or whatever, going out into the field, but nothing so rigid as that.
Yeah. What about Rally or Ross? Rally or Ross? That sounds like a name, doesn't it?
Yeah, there you go.
Or is that not strict enough for you? Because I find it not disciplined enough for me.
Yeah, I've never really fancied that. To me, it looks like something and nothing, doesn't it? It's like a cobbled together thing. No, I don't fancy that. I do quite like IGP or IPO. That's nice. So, but yeah, I quite enjoy tracking. You see, but the IGP tracking is they have to go footstep to footstep, which isn't quite as.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think also they have the same standard old patterns, whereas part of the fun of tracking is being out in the field and just having to follow the dog because you don't have any idea where the track goes. You have to trust the dog, and the dog, you know, either takes you where you need to go or gets you completely lost.
No,
You
you're
know?
never lost. You're right where you are.
Yeah, no, exactly. But yeah, I don't know. But the UK Tracking Dog Association do tests and things, don't they? That's quite fun.
Yeah, they do.
Um,
It's really, I mean, it comes to the point where you have to have something to motivate you to go out and train your dog. And I love my gun dog work, and I love training the dogs for picking up. But there gets to a point where they're trained, and
yeah,
everyone's going to go, you never finished training your dog, Les. But do you know what I mean? It's like when the training's done, you're then just topping it up on walks and stuff. You're not. And I'm not I'm not competitive in the gun dog world. I find just the waiting around too much for me. I don't know. I haven't really competed over here in gun dogs. I've done it a few times, but not really taking it that seriously. I find it all a bit too, I don't know.
I think the thing is, if you're not competing, it does seem to strip away your motivation because, like you said,
Yeah.
my dogs, they know how to do a search square, so I don't need to keep. They know what to do. I don't have to keep doing it. I don't get better at doing it.
No.
More often, if I don't do a search square from now for another year, when I go and do a search, they know how to. They do it.
Yeah.
And it's the same with everything. They know how to walk to heel. They know how to do. So when I go and now they've learned to go through a tunnel and go over an A-frame, I don't need to keep doing that, do I? Do you know what I mean? It's just, you know, unless you get the pleasure from actually doing it. I mean, it's nice. I enjoy spending time with the dogs. I enjoy what they can do and, you know, being out with sort of other like-minded people or whatever. Mm-hmm. But there is no incentive really to do it if you're not competing, is there?
And that's how I feel. That's how I feel. I go out and I train my dogs, and I'll drop dummies on walks and get them to do like unusual retrieves. But I really enjoy just walking my dogs at the minute. And then when I get my puppy, you know, we're both going to be getting puppies. When I get my puppy, when puppy eventually comes in the season, then that'll be different because then I'll be motivated to start training again and really get them get the puppy following commands and starting again from scratch. And it's really nice. It'll be really exciting. And then that then motivates me to train my other dogs.
Yeah, it's nice that, isn't it? And also, I mean, what often is overlooked is sort of what you might call pet obedience. You know, people always just think, you know, it's a pet dog. But actually all of those social things like walking on a loose lead, sitting at the curb, anything like going on their bed, all of that stuff. I mean, I really like doing all of that, you know, basic pet obedience so you've got a nice dog to live with.
Definitely. I mean, for gun dog work, that's kind of the foundation, isn't it? You don't want to be dragged down the street by a 30-kilogram Labrador or a 40-kilogram Goldie. You want to be able to walk on a loose lead without getting sore back and sore shoulder and rotting your dog. And yeah,
no, and it's nice because it's nice that you can communicate with another species, isn't it? So you end up with a relationship whereby you know the dogs understand you, you understand them, and you end up with, you know, a harmonious relationship. It's quite interesting, actually. I had an email the other day, a couple of days ago, from a client of mine, and I mentioned to her about, you know, possibly getting a puppy. Oh, how lucky that you don't have all of the worries that that are not professionals have. And I was like, you're kidding me. I've got way more worry. I mean, I could go to the park and let the puppy off the lead to run about and play with other dogs because I'm too worried, and you see all these, you know what I mean? You know too much, which makes it even more difficult.
I mean, I think we do, and I was talking to somebody the other day about it. We only see, like, we've got a really skewed view of dogs, really, haven't we? Because we only, as a behaviourist, we only see the naughty dogs, or the dogs that are biting people, or the dogs that are running off or chasing sheep, or you know, won't come back. It's just, so we have this slanted view, but then we also see the damage that can happen to a dog by, like, psychological damage or like the socialisation problems that you can have when dogs come running over to you at the park, or you're letting your dogs play with dogs in the park. And I think for us, it's harder getting a puppy, isn't it?
I think so, because there's a real sort of balancing act, isn't there? Because I just, I want to socialise my dogs to, engage with other dogs and all the rest of it, but I don't want to go overboard. I don't want them to be crazy about playing with other dogs, but then I have to get the right balance so they're not aggressive to dogs. And it's really difficult, and I find it difficult as well. Like I said, we've got a skewed view of dogs. Most dogs that I see are aggressive. So when I've got my little tiny puppy and the dog's coming to I'm thinking, oh my God, I hope it doesn't attack it and, cause a trauma. And then I'm going to have to live with this aggressive dog for life, because it is a minefield, really. And also the whole genetic, choosing a puppy, buying a puppy, and, people often overlook the genetic impact, don't they? You hear people say, it's all in how you raise them. Well, no, it is not.
It isn't.
End up getting a dog with a defective temperament, so to speak, then you've got that dog for life, haven't you? And you can't do what you want to do with it because you've got the wrong dog.
And also that time you've got like the genetic stuff that's going on, but then you've also got the time with the breeder before they come home to you, which has got a massive impact on the dog's temperament and whether they're confident or not. And then you take over and hope that what's happened before you get them, from the second, the eggs being fertilised, right up until you get them, you hope it hasn't set you up for a nightmare of a dog ownership for 10 or 15 years.
No, you really don't.
Why aren't we getting cats?
Yeah, I know. I was going to say I might get a goldfish. I think that's far less troublesome. Guinea pig or something. Yeah, no, it is difficult, and you do have to. It involves an awful lot of effort and thought, doesn't it? Like the whole socialisation process and everything. You have to really think about what you're doing the whole time. Do I need to go and let the dog be around horses? Do I have to make a special trip to go somewhere to, walk? You know what I mean? It's just a massive. And again, depends on the dog that you have, doesn't it? As well, you might have a dog with a very strong pro drive that you kind of make worse or better depending on what you do, and you might not know it has a strong pro drive because you haven't seen it yet, because it's only
Sorry, I know. And I was talking to one of the instructors the other day. She's got a cocker and she's just got a lab, and she's like, oh my God, they just want to say hello to everybody, want to say hello to everybody and say hello to every dog. And it's like, yeah, labs are really gregarious. They just you have to work on getting them wanting to be with you, whereas a cocker wants to be with you. And whereas a lab is like, well, there's somebody over there, bye, I'll come back in 2 hours.
I know. It's so difficult, isn't it? Because like you said, you see, particularly with the Labradors, you see lots, because they're so cute, well, most puppies are cute, aren't they? And of course, the Labradors being friendly, people want to stroke them, and then they're jumping up and getting, the Labrador just learns that everybody loves them. And of course, not everybody doesn't love them when they get to, 9 months old, do they? People aren't interested, and you've got this manic dog that's trying to get to everybody for a cuddle.
It is, it's like that. And I don't know about cockers, because Spud was 4 months when I got him, but he's just stuck to me like glue the whole time.
Yeah.
I think Spud is the easiest dog that I've ever trained. So much for cockers, labs being half trained when they're born, and cockers like dying half trained. He was being the easiest dog to train.
Yeah, that's nice. I must be due a nice easy dog soon. I must be due a break.
So what are you going to go for?
Well, probably foolishly another male Rottweiler.
You said to me, I'm not having any more boy Rottweilers in this house.
Yeah, no, I know. Oh well.
Oh well, another Rottie.
Another Rottie, yeah.
And are you just waiting until the right one comes along, or are you going to actively go looking?
No, I found one recently, but that's not to be now. So no, I'll just wait until the right time, really. I think, maybe trust in fate a little bit and just see. I'm not going to go mental just getting a dog for the sake of getting one. Hopefully you enter into a long-term relationship with it, don't you? So I don't want to just
no spur of the moment thing.
No, not at all. No, I want to make sure that it's the right dog, or as much as I can do, but just make sure it's the right dog for me and my home, and all the rest of it.
Wow. I hope we get puppies together, because the last couple of times we've just been kind of slightly out of sync, haven't we?
Yeah, no, it'd be quite nice. It'd be nice to compare notes as well, wouldn't it, along the way? Because you do forget. I mean, you forget how hard it is, and part of me, part of me gets excited about having a puppy, and the other part of me thinks, oh my god, I get up early to toilet train it, and you've got to go out schlepping out and about every day. I think you're going out to town, going to the market, all of those things. So some of it's enjoyable, and some of it's just hard work, isn't it?
Yeah. I can recommend a really good puppy book.
Oh, can you? I bet I've read it already.
Oh, you might have. Funny that. You can read it again.
I know, I probably will have to read it in panic when you get your puppy. Think, what the hell am I going to do with this?
I know. I'm really looking forward to getting a puppy. It's taken a long time to be ready for one.
Yeah. No, it's not well. I mean, yeah, we'll be bang on trend, won't we? Because everybody's got puppies now, haven't they?
I know. We'll be right on trend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look
amazing.
At it. Yeah, time for a pup. Time for a puppy.
No, it's nice. It's quite amazing how many puppies there are around now. I've done a few puppy consults lately, but crazy amount. I don't know what's going to happen, whether people are going to keep them or what. I mean, I can't believe how many puppies there are.
Do you think we'll ever go back to normal in relation to puppy prices and because at the minute everybody seems to want dogs? Do you think that'll change? Do you think things will settle down? Because they're saying it's unlikely that people will, like the workforce, will ever go back to the way it was, working in offices and stuff, because they found that it works. So do you think slightly more people will, this will be the new norm, working from home and having dogs at your feet?
Yeah, I think so. I know a lot of people that have got puppies have got them not just because they were locked down, they're bored, but literally because they are working from home. They've wanted a dog for some time, and the chances are they're going to stay working at home. They're not going back to the office. They don't need to. They can work at home. So I think there's a lot of that going on. But I think there's also a lot of like, what should we do with the kids? Let's get them a puppy. But I think most ethical breeders, most decent breeders haven't put up their prices to ridiculous,
I know.
But people go, they buy. I mean, people don't know where to buy a puppy, do they? I mean, they go on Pets for Homes or Gumtree or whatever. See a puppy. The amount of people, I mean, intelligent, sensible people go and meet people in the car park on the M1 and pick up a puppy for £3,000. I mean, it's not how you buy a puppy, is it? But
no, it's not how you buy a puppy.
Desperate.
And there was an advert for silver Labradors, which you can't register in this country anyway.
What are they, £10,000?
Well, I think there were 4,000, but then if you wanted to breed from them, it was 7,000 with endorsements, and you go, really? What are you doing? What are you doing? Well, people would pay it, and I've heard of breeders being called, and I'll give you 4,000 for a puppy. We were going to go to Florida, but we can't. So give me a puppy, I'll pay you 4,000 for it. Wow, it's mad. The thefts have gone crazy with gun dogs. Have always been a bit mad. There's always been a lot of thefts in the gun dog world, but it's just, you're hearing about litters and the bitch being stolen and the bitch being dumped. And it's just awful at the minute.
I don't think it's just gun dogs, is it? I mean, there's a lot of French bulldogs and things. Although most breeds are being stolen. People are breaking into houses just to steal leave the TV and take the dog because the dog's worth more.
God, it's really scary, isn't it?
It is scary. I mean, when you talk about getting another puppy as well, it's another consideration. When you're out and about, with your puppy, meeting people or whatever, that's something else you've got to worry about. Are they going to try and swipe the puppy up and make off with it? So, well, strange times.
Strange, terrifying, and incredibly depressing when you think about getting a puppy like that.
Yeah, no, it is. It is horrible, isn't it? People, and you think you worry. I mean, I've got adult Rottweilers, so I'm not too worried about that. But of course, I'll leave the puppy at home on its own while I take the others out for a walk. So you're going to leave your little puppy in the house on its own.
Mm.
It's all a worry, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So,
Dare not leave it in the car.
sorry?
Dare not leave a puppy in the car. That's a target, isn't it? So.
Do you not, I mean, you padlock them in as well. I mean, I padlock, like you, I've got cages and the dogs are padlocked in the cars. And Dante's very, I mean, he's okay, but he's very territorial in the car. You can't get near the car with him.
Yeah.
Box the place down.
No, I like it. No, it's good that they guard the car, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. It is now. At one point, I would have been, no, be quiet. But now it's like, yeah, go for it, mate.
Oh no, it's handy. I mean, when I'm driving around here, we have I don't know if you have them in Scotland, but we have those people at the traffic lights that begging for money and things like that.
Really? No.
Yeah, they come up to your window and try and get you to give them money and things. So no, it's handy. I just open the back window. They don't hang around.
My dog.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's 20 quid under the door. Help yourself.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen that in Scotland. When I was down south, it was more when you pulled up at the lights, they'd come in and start cleaning your windscreen.
Oh, I know. They've stopped it. I haven't seen that for ages. They used to do that. Now they don't even bother.
Forget the windscreen, just give me your money.
Yeah, just give us the money. Just come around with a little plastic cup.
Wow.
Yeah, strange.
It is interesting. My the woman who does my eyelashes for me, her husband does the refuse collection for the businesses in Glasgow, and he was saying that a lot of the I don't know what you call them now. I don't know if beggars is the right term or not, but I suppose it is. I don't know what the PC term is. Not homeless people, but people who are begging, because there's difference, isn't there? And they turn up. They turn up in the park their cars up, and then they go off and they get their pitch, and then at the end of the day they go back to their cars. Or Houston, you see them getting driven in van loads. And this was a real eye opener for me, because I'd never heard of that, and I was absolutely slack-jawed over it. It's like, really, this happens, and it does.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? The thing is, homelessness is a big problem, isn't it? I find it really sad and uncomfortable with people sitting on the street and things.
Yeah.
But you never know. Majority of those are genuine and whatever, but not all of them, are they? And you never.
All of them.
No.
And I don't know why, but I tend to find money a lot when I'm out and about, because I'm always looking where I'm going. But that's a
handy person to go out with.
Yeah, I'm always, whenever I'm around Glasgow, I'm always picking fivers up off the floor and stuff. Yeah. Always. And yeah, do you not find money on the floor, on the ground when you're walking?
No, I said no. The odd penny may I pick up for good luck, but that's about it.
No, I'm regularly, and so I always give that to. So if I found a fiver on the ground, if I was walking in Glasgow, the first homeless person I give to, I give it to them, and that's the only time that I give money. The rest of the time, I offer them drinks, or I ask them if they're hungry and go and get them something to eat.
Yeah,
but I don't.
Find it very difficult. I know. I find it really uncomfortable, actually.
It's really uncomfortable. I mean, if I'm going into Costa or something, and there's somebody homeless sitting outside, I will always offer them a drink.
Oh, do you? See, I
do. I don't like giving money, but I'm very happy, and I don't carry money. Everything's done with a card.
Yeah.
But no, I will if I'm going into a sandwich shop and there's somebody outside, I'll always say, you're hungry, can I get you a sandwich?
Yeah. No, that's nice, isn't it? It's really nice. I know a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a young, like a teenager or something, and I just think, that's really rough. And I always do. If I'm on my own, Kenny's like, really, it's like, well, No,
I did inquire about volunteering for my local soup kitchen to go down there and help out, but they had enough volunteers at the time.
Yeah, I can't do that. I mean, I would, but it's not good for me to go up to Glasgow on the night time and volunteer for the soup kitchen. It's not, as a woman, it's not. I
No,
don't do it.
no, it's all right for me. It's not far away from here, so it's all right. But yeah, maybe I will one day. They've got my name on the list, so I wouldn't mind doing something like that.
Yeah.
Just back a little bit.
I wanted to do the street pause, the Rachel Bean's involved with it.
Yeah.
And my niece also does, she's in Harrogate, she's a vet in Harrogate, and she does like street vets or something, I can't remember what they're called. And so she does it, and I would be really interested in doing something like that, but I can't, I'm not qualified, not allowed to do it.
No, exactly. No, we have the same here. But vets go out at night and whatever and do treatment. But no, I don't fancy that going out in the. No, I don't. No, I'd rather be in the warm kitchen.
There is that. And I did offer to do food banks,
Yeah.
but I had enough people. So it's like, okay.
No, it's good. It's good that they have got enough people, isn't it?
It is, it's really good. But then it's really sad that we actually need them.
No, it's really dreadful how we have any homeless people on the streets anyway. I mean, that's dreadful, wouldn't it? How we have a society like that.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, it's not good. It's not good. And what I've got my Christmas jumper on, because it's my Christmas t-shirt on, because this is going to go out we're doing this on the 19th of November, but it's going to go out round about the 20th of December, just in time for Christmas. Yay!
How very festive. How festive is that?
I love Christmas.
Oh God, I just so don't. It can like literally come and go. I'm not fast.
I know you do. So I'm like, 1st of December, get those Christmas tunes on.
Oh God, I think this year, because life's been so blooming miserable for everybody, I think loads of people, they've put up their Christmas trees already, haven't they? They're just like, oh well.
I know, we're getting work done at the minute. Kenny is so glad because it means that if we weren't getting, and we've just had the fire put in, and oh God, the amount of dust, and then we're getting the bathroom out starting tomorrow, and there's going to be dust everywhere, and so there's no point in putting Christmas thingies up. But the second the dust settles,
tinsel everywhere.
As soon as the dust settles, we're out there. He doesn't realise. But
no, that's festive. Well, because we're not allowed to have any visitors or anything, I kind of figure what's no point putting a tree up. It's there for me to sit and look at.
Oh, you're such a humbug.
I know. My favourite part of Christmas decorations always was putting them away afterwards and tidying.
We won't be. I don't put lots of decorations up, but I put a really. Well, I just love Christmas. Get the tree out and get the lights on it.
Yeah. No, it's nice. I always quite fancy going and having a mulled wine and dragging a Christmas tree back.
I don't like mulled wine.
Some of it.
When we lived in New Zealand, it was really funny because we had the Christmas tree in the middle of summer, which is bizarre. And then we'd put it under the house to dry out. And then when winter came, we used to burn it. We said, it's lovely Christmassy.
Yeah, nice smell.
Smell off the wood burner. And the wood burner, yeah, it was great.
No, it's a nice smell. I like it actually this time of year when you go into the pubs and stuff and they've got nice real fires burning.
What pubs? What pubs you
not in 2020. This time of year, every other year, not prior to now.
It's really bizarre, isn't it? So are you, I mean, until we know what's happening, we don't know what's happening, do we, for Christmas?
No, we don't know what's happening for Christmas. They keep saying, don't they? I mean, on the news all the time, they're saying that might extend this lockdown to enable us to go and meet family and stuff at Christmas. But, I don't know. I mean, is
that what they've said?
Yeah, but I mean, to be honest, I think people will meet their family at Christmas anyway, regardless, because they will. Because they will. So, but yeah, we'll have to see, won't we? What we do and what we're allowed to do. But obviously, it's not going to be the same. I mean, it's nice. The nice thing about Christmas is, like, not that I have an office, but getting together with people for drinks and things like that. And there won't be any of that stuff this year. It'll be, that won't be happening. So, which is a shame. But I guess all we've got to do really is do what we're told, try and keep safe and, look after each other and get out as soon as we can.
So how can we prepare our dogs for Christmas? What do you reckon? We've got no idea because we don't know if Christmas is going to happen.
No, I was going to say, my dogs need zero preparation at all because nothing's happening.
Nothing's happening.
No, I don't know what we can do to prepare dogs. I mean, to be honest with you, it's not like you're going to have loads of visitors, is it? It's not like you need to
Well, allegedly not, but knowing what's going on anyway, regardless of the rules, people are going to have visitors, aren't they?
Yeah, well, they will, I suppose. Yeah. I know Christmas can be quite a stressful time for dogs, can't it? I think
It can be really stressful.
Particularly if you're not, well, this year we've had no one's been around the house, and then potentially going to have, a few different people coming in on different days and things like that. It will be a bit strange, won't it?
Yeah. And then there's the decorations as well, and food and.
Yes, the food. There's always a risk, isn't there, when you've got chocolate knocking about in, loads of chocolate and everything else, baubles on the tree, advent calendars, all of that.
Yeah, and if you've got a real tree, the dogs might cut their legs on it. And
yeah, or the cat might climb up.
Or the cat might climb up. But it's the Christmas cake, isn't it? It's like keeping it away from your dogs, not giving them any human food. And
yeah, it's really difficult. It's quite difficult sometimes to manage visitors, isn't it? They think it might be nice to give the dog a bit of fruit cake or a chocolate button or something, don't they? But it's always the same, isn't it? I guess it's the same as any period of time. You have to manage the dog and the people, don't you?
Yeah.
Very difficult, really.
You buy your dog's Christmas present?
No. I don't really buy anybody Christmas presents, let alone.
Well, I know. I still haven't got mine from 3 years ago, actually.
Yeah. No, I don't. Do you buy? My parents.
Yes, I do.
You do? No, my parents buy my dogs presents.
I send presents to my friend Jill. I always put a present in for the dogs. So whichever dog she has in the house. So she's only got one dog in the house at the minute. So I'll put a present in for the dog. It's really sweet.
I like it that people buy their dogs gifts and things at Christmas, but no, I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, I wrap them up and I let the dogs rip the paper off and have a bit of fun with it.
Yeah, like I said, my mum, she tends to buy the dog something that's wrapped up, so they do get a present to open.
But not bar humbug, Ross.
No, not from me. Not a tree to cock their leg up either, which.
I don't dress them up though. I used to have these little hats that I would put on them for 2 seconds and take a photo and take them off, and I thought, no, I stopped doing that. Angus hated it. Yeah,
no, quite often at Christmas Day, I might put a bit of tinsel around their neck or something.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't normally stay on for very long, does it?
No. So no, I don't. But I do buy them a little present. I buy them a present each, and they buy me a present. Kenny is very good. He gets me a present for the dogs.
Oh, well, at least it works both ways, doesn't it? See, I don't get anything from my dogs. So it's all fair.
And they bring them to me as well. He's like, give that to Les. Don't come trotting over with a present for me.
Oh.
Yeah, that's really funny.
Oh, no, it's really sweet, isn't it? So what are you doing for Christmas? You're just staying at home and doing what you're told?
Staying at home doing as I'm told.
Yeah, doing what you're told,
I don't understand that concept.
I guess you could, well, you're allowed to see Callum, aren't you? Because he's in your bubble.
I don't know. I think he's working. I think I'm in the working, but hopefully we'll see them either Christmas Eve or Boxing Day.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah, they're in our bubble, so they're part of our extended house really, because he moved out and we that was it. So he's part of our extended household.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm not sure how many bubbles you're allowed to be in, really. Not just one, I suppose.
I think it's just one. So he's our bubble. Yeah. I don't know. It was really funny. We were saying you're going to come round for Christmas Eve for a pizza and a Christmas movie, as we do Christmas Eve. Yeah. What's your Christmas movie, Ross? Name your favourite Christmas movie. Come on, let's see. Let's see if you're one of these or not.
Oh no, my favourite Christmas movie is probably The Holiday. Have you seen?
With Jude Law.
That's it. Yeah.
He's gorgeous, isn't he?
Yeah, I love that movie. Yeah, it's a stupid rom-com, isn't it?
Yeah. I really like Jack Black and I like Jude Law. It's a really good film.
No, I know. Yeah, Kate Winslet's in it as well, isn't she?
Yeah, she's really good in it.
Yeah, no, it's a nice feel-good movie, isn't it? I don't watch too many those old Christmas movies like what's it called? What's that?
The Wonderful Life.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I still haven't seen it. What about Love Actually? Do you like that one?
Yeah, I liked it at the time. I watched it, but no, I wouldn't watch it again. Well, maybe at the corner of my eye if it's on, I might. I wouldn't plan. What's your favourite movie then?
Die Hard.
Oh, is that your favourite Christmas movie?
Ever since Callum was a teenager, it's Christmas Eve, Die Hard and pizza.
I remember you saying that before. I've never seen it.
Oh my goodness, it's so good.
I don't think I've seen it.
It's so good.
I might have to watch it Christmas Eve then.
Christmas Eve, because it's the Christmas movie, because it's set at Christmas Eve. It's set on the Christmas Eve party.
Oh, I'll order a pizza and
get yourself a pizza, get yourself a beer, and sit down, pizza and beer, and watch Die Hard Christmas Eve. Set you up for Christmas, honestly.
There you go. Well, that's a plan. What am I doing Christmas? Watching Die Hard with a pizza.
Yes, I'll convert you.
Yeah. No, I look forward to that then. No.
And they are fun to watch. So if you enjoy the first one so much, you can watch the others as well.
Yeah. Oh, well, that would be good. That would keep me entertained for a couple of days, won't it?
Yeah, they're really good, actually. They're very funny. I mean, you know, there's a lot of... They're quite sweary. And Bruce Willis is just like so young in it. You know, so young.
Yeah, really he is. Yeah. Oh, no, well, I'll have to watch that. I'll have to, yeah. That my annual fix of The Holiday.
Yeah, watch The Holiday and then watch Bruce Willis.
Yeah, I will do.
With his dirty white t-shirt on. Dirty white vest.
Oh, yeah. Yes, well, I'll let you know what I think of it then.
Yeah, do. I'll phone you up Christmas Day. What do you think of Die Hard? Oh, mate, we haven't really talked about dogs at all, have we?
No, I don't think so. Well, we did mention puppies, didn't we, at some stage?
Oh, that's okay then.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. We've been chatting for an hour.
An hour? Oh my goodness.
Gone.
Yeah, it goes quick. Well, it's amazing we fill an hour with a load of old chat, can't we?
Yeah, having a cup of coffee.
Chatting for an hour and say nothing. That's quite remarkable.
Yes, it's that. It's a knack. So you moved your globe. Did you move it deliberately? Yeah,
I moved the globe because you got so distracted by it last time, so I thought I'd better.
Squirrel. It's on my Christmas list, actually. I sent it to Ken. You went, can I have one of these? They're great. I'll not get any work done. I'll just sit and gaze at it all day.
Oh, I tell you what else I saw the other day that's cool. It's a dog bowl that like refreshes the water. Have you seen them? I can't remember what it's called now. Teardrop or something. They look really cool. They're really trendy.
And what is it, like a little mini fountain?
Yeah.
A ball that goes round and round and round.
No, like a little mini fountain that sort of trickles into this quite trendy little dog bowl.
Okay.
Not that that's anything to do with the globe, but it is dog related and
and distracting.
Yeah, and distracting. You can sit and stare at that for hours, I should think.
Yeah, don't get one with your puppy. It'll be in it. It'll be over it.
Oh, I know. Oh, yeah, no, you can imagine.
Oh, my goodness. Ross, it's been amazing to talk to you. It's been so cool.
No, cool. Well, I shall look forward to listening to this when it's nearly Christmas then.
Yeah, a month's time, a couple of weeks' time it'll be.
I can't believe, can you? I can't believe that I did my first chat with you beginning of the first lockdown, and I can't believe we're like 8 months down the line or whatever. Remarkable, isn't it, how the time's gone? I
know. It's been a surreal year. I mean, I got my diary. I got my 2021 diary. Beginning of last month, as usual. I haven't even opened it.
No, there's nothing to put in it, is there? I'm going to, normally I keep my diaries. I don't know why, but I do. But this year I'm going to put it in the bin. I'm quite looking forward to chucking it out, get rid of
Are
it.
you putting it in the bin?
Yeah, my 2020 diary. Yeah, I mean everything. All it's got in it is cancelled.
I would keep it. I mean, I'm keeping mine.
Oh, are you? No, I'm going to.
Yeah, definitely. Craigie, that was the year that was.
Yeah. Yeah, well, maybe. I don't know. No, I'm going to.
You know, it's if we make it through it, if we're still alive at the end of it all, you know, it's like we've lived through a plague.
Yeah.
And I think it's something to really celebrate and to keep your diary for.
I think it's amazing. Yeah, I do. I mean, to be honest, the pressure that, I don't know about pressure, that's probably not the right word, but they're like the circumstances that we've all found ourselves in and had to get through. And we've all been, you know, all in the same kind of storm kind of thing, as they say, in different boats. But I think it's quite amazing that people have, you know, powered through it and got on with it, really.
And yeah, I mean, I think anybody who's in a relationship and are still together at the end of COVID are amazing, because there's been loads and loads. I think there's something like 100,000 divorces.
Yeah.
In lockdown, and but if you're alive at the end of it, I think, you know, it's worth celebrating. Just to get through it, and then just think of the stories you're going to have in years to come.
Yeah.
You lived through a plague.
Yeah, it does all seem surreal, doesn't it? Like the whole, just all of it, everything just seems very strange what we've been through, really.
Mm. Yeah.
But let's hope we're near the other side of it, which, you know, we thought initially we'd been locked down for like 3 months, but we've been in and out and to help out and get back in and stay in.
Because it was 3 weeks initially, wasn't it? It was a 3-week lockdown.
Yeah, it's been very strange.
No, I think it's going to be. I think there'll be a lot of interesting books come out at the end of it. You know, My Life in Lockdown and all of that. There you go. That's a good title for a book, isn't it? My Life in Lockdown.
Yeah. Well, I haven't got a lot to say really. I don't think I could write a book about it.
That was the year that was. Bin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, everything was cancelled.
Yeah. No, it's been bizarre. So here is to a very, very jolly Christmas.
Yeah, well, Merry Christmas, and let's hope 2021 is a good year.
Can you say that again with feeling, Ross?
I was trying to word something, but yeah.
Once more feeling.
No, yeah, Happy New Year anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I hope whatever you do over Christmas, I hope it's really good.
Yeah, well,
I hope you find peace in a nice way.
Yeah, well, it'll just be eating and watching TV, won't it?
Oh yeah, Die Hard, definitely. Die Hard, Christmas Eve, and then probably Boxing Day, and then there's 4 films to get through with lots of pizza.
Yeah.
And Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah, no, that's good. We've got something to look forward to, pizza and ice cream.
Well, yeah, you can't go wrong with pizza and ice cream.
No, exactly. No, it's got to be something to look forward to.
Are you right? Okay, before you go, are you a Ben and Jerry's man?
I'm not fussed really. I quite like Waitrose own ice cream, and I like they do. It's not ice cream. It's like it's a frozen yogurt, Belgian chocolate, but it tastes like ice cream. Lovely.
Nice. I have not near a Waitrose. I really miss it. I really miss my Waitrose.
Well, I am near a Waitrose, but we've got these low traffic neighbourhood schemes which make it from a 5-minute drive, it's now half an hour.
Oh my God.
So I don't go there very often now.
But when you do, you stock up on your Belgian chocolate.
Yes. Yeah, I go bonkers when I finally get there, yeah.
Wow. Oh, well, enjoy it. Enjoy it. But no, have a really good Christmas, Ross. And I hope everybody who's listening has a really good, peaceful Christmas and a really peaceful New Year, and that 2021 brings some sort of normality to life.
Yeah, hopefully. Let's just stay well and then look forward to some parties next year and hugging people and stuff again.
Yeah, no, that would be great. So in the meantime, enjoy what's left of 2020.
Yes. Yeah. Can't be worse than what we've had, can it?
What?
Can't be much worse than what we've had already, can it? Let's get to the end of the year.
Well, let's hope not.
No, let's hope not. No, you have a nice Christmas and enjoy all your movies.
We will. Take it steady.
All right, take care.
Bye bye.